This is Hazel. She's 7 months old. We're about 10 yards into the track. I forgot to turn my video on right away. It's a 800-meter tracking shoe line. This first 50 or 60 meters has blood on it the whole way, and then it dropped from 10 steps to eventually most of it, 75-80% of the line, has every 50 steps there's a spot of blood. This line is 24 hours old. Line crosses right here. The main purpose of this training line is to work on line control today. I think I mentioned it's 24 hours old. She got off the line here, recognized it on her own, came back. That's exactly what I'm looking to encourage, so she doesn't search out too far. That was perfect. Line's right here, as you can see. Taking a little break there. Wind's coming from right to left. There's still blood on this line. Every step there's a drop or two of blood. And once we get past this ribbon right here, it goes to every 10 steps, and so now she's tracking shoes only. Her brother ran part of this line yesterday at about 6 hours old, but the last maybe 400 yards are untouched because he ran into some big problems. There were some deer bedded, and it just totally broke his concentration and ended up picking him up on the line and not finishing. If you watch the previous, I didn't get that all on video because the camera got full. Well, we got a little tangle here. Hold on, girl. Oh. That's the line right there. So the last 400 yards of this line was not run at all. Now we go to every 20 steps. She's doing a real nice job here. I held her there on the first part of teaching her hiring. Interesting. With the wind blowing right to left, just like her brother had the same thing yesterday, the scent collected down in that little gully. He got sucked in there too. But he only sucked in once, so I know she's not just following him. He also crossed the road differently yesterday. That was nice. Very good. So you'll see me every so often when she's in the line like she is right now. I'll just stop her and then let her go, so that she learns that if she's on the line, and I stop her, all she has to do is keep pulling that direction, and I'll let her go. For teaching line control, oh, she's stuck again. Good girl. If she's off the line too far, making an unnecessary check going off, I will stop her, and you'll see her come back to the line instead of standing there pulling. That's the line right there. Very good. Little tricky cross here. I'm going to stop her right there. It's unnecessary. I stopped her there. This is some sort of a cross trail. Good girl. That was a distraction of some sort, some kind of a critter. Something must have went through here. Almost can see where the leaves are kicked up. And that's what I'm talking about. She was on that cross trail, so I stopped her. And instead of standing there pulling into it, she came back around to the right trail, which is what I'm trying to teach her. So up here at these multiple ribbons, now it'll be every 50 steps. There'll be a spot of blood. Five ribbons, 50 steps. Nice job crossing this gully. Very nice. It's a fairly deer-rich area. I don't always see deer, but I always see fresh sign. That's what gave us some trouble yesterday with her brother. Good girl. The line went right into 4 or 5 bedded deer. We didn't see the deer, but the beds were right there, and it just was too much for him. He was so distracted by it, and I scolded him several times and tried to move him along without scolding him first, and finally he just being a more sensitive dog, he just shut down and we had to stop. I'm holding her there because obviously there's something hot here again. Find it. Good girl. The turn right here. You can see I've scuffed it in here. She made the turn fine. I think that's the line. I know that's not the line. Trying to see my next ribbon. No! So I'm picking her up. We're going to go back up to the turn. Going to put her down right at that scuff that I have on the turn. Uh-oh, where was that turn? Pulled that ribbon a little sooner than I should. I don't think this is it. I think this is it down here. It's funny, I haven't had a lot of problems with these dogs. With, there we go. With them getting on hot game, but both of them seem to be doing it at the same time. Here's my scuff. Yeah. That's what we're after. Good girl. Find it. So she gets on the wrong thing. That's clearly not it. It goes that way. Hazel. Hazel. Find it. Find it. No. Interestingly, I've had no trouble, big trouble with either one of these dogs on hot trails of other game to any great extent, and not within a day of each other. I've had the same trouble with both. Obviously something in their development. So I'm going to advance up here away from that area and put her back on the right thing. Big advantage of having good marks in the field so you know what's going on. I know at this ribbon right here there's a spot of blood. Find it. Find it, girl. Find it. Without knowing exactly where the line is and a good reference point, having a little extra scent along the way, this could have been a big problem. Okay, now we're going again, I think. Good girl. That is not the line. That's the line. That's a girl. That's a girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Kind of looking at this reference, I think that was the exact same spot as yesterday. Wasn't quite sure. Yeah, it was. That's the exact same spot that Hunter had all that trouble yesterday. Yep. I think this rock up here is where we actually quit yesterday. I'm not sure. I'll know better when we get up here. That was a spot of blood there. About every other ribbon is a spot of blood. The ribbons that are pointing straight down are a spot of blood. And the ones that are pointing back towards the way we just came are just markers. About every 50 steps, every 40 meters, a spot of blood here. That's a cross trail. You can see something runs through here. I stopped her there. Stopping her there. Hazel, back on the line. Back on the line. Come on. Good girl. No! Hazel, come here. Come. Come. Good girl. Look here. That's what we're after. This is what we're after. Spot of blood here, so I'm kind of restarting her. Stopping her there again because the line's not up there. Good girl. That's the line. That's where I want her. Mine went to the right of this rotted tree. Okay, from this point forward we didn't go yesterday. Those are actually hoof print scents from me. Find it, find it. I put that in when I laid this track. You just crossed the line there without recognition. Good girl, good girl. That's the line. Good girl. That's the line again. This part of the line was laid 24 hours ago, and nobody's walked on this. I didn't finish this yesterday with Hunter. Back at that rock in that big trail, bike trail, good girl, good girl. Stops for blood. That's excellent. There's blood under there. I stopped her there because the line goes this way. She's just reaching out. I think she visually saw those leaves kicked up there. Stopped her there again. I think the line turns here. No, not quite yet. I'm not sure what that one means. That's a spot of blood, or looks like it got spun around there a little bit. But I know I didn't go in that trail. Oh yeah, I did. That's right. I did go in this trail. That's right. I went on this trail and then off the trail. It turns up there. This is a real tricky corner. Oh, beautiful. Come on, baby. The road sucks the dog naturally there, like she is right there. But the line is over there. This slow, methodical checking I'm okay with. It's that when she goes out real fast, just to take a big guess, that I stop her. I don't mind a slow, methodical check. In fact, I appreciate and encourage a slow, methodical check. But when she just kind of gets fired up and reaches out, I don't accept that. I stopped her there. She knows she has it up here. There's no reason to search all the way down there. Yeah, this kind of a check is perfectly okay. Now, hopefully she'll swing into it and get it right there. Oh, yep, she did recognize it. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Very good. There's a scuff in there, obviously, and a little squirt of blood. This line goes down the hill from here. Good girl. That was a pretty nice job on a tricky turn. That's just a marker. Oh, she's locked in now. There's a spot of blood here. This will be the last blood. The next, I think it's 100 or 120 meters to the end. And it's all tracking shoes the rest of the way. She's so locked in here, I'm just going to stand still and then let her go. Who knows why all of a sudden it's super easy. Sometimes you just gotta wonder. These are just markers. For some reason now it's just right in her head. This is kind of crazy. So all the trouble she was having up there where there was distractions. I don't know if there was deer there again this morning or it was just still from yesterday, all the scent from the deer bedded there all day yesterday. But now when we're past that, she was kind of going down the hill and she realized there's a little turn there. The wind's not helping her at all. There's like no wind. If there is any wind, it's coming this way. She's not winding the thing. She's just drilling the track and shoe line. Who knows? Good girl. Yeah, look. Oh yeah, look. Oh yeah, look at that, huh? Yeah, huh? Oh, you don't want this thing. You know what I have? I have your breakfast. You don't even want this thing, huh? You know I have your breakfast. Oh, good girl. That's funny. She did that yesterday too. She didn't want the piece of deer leg. She wanted to eat. There we go. Good girl. Hazel, good girl. Look at that, huh? Yeah, good girl. Yeah, good girl. Good girl. Good girl, Hazel. Good girl. Okay. Till the next time. That was kind of interesting. Had a lot of trouble with that distraction of hot lines and deer scent, fresh deer scent. But when we got through that, she kicked right back in.